13 years of trading and I'm still not making consistent profits from market. Why? In this video, I'm gonna tell you the biggest reason that hold me back. If you want more video about trading, make sure you click subscribe to follow my channel, The Imperfect Trader. The biggest reason that hold me back for years is keeping scaling up without knowing what's up there. That is the shortest answer I can give you. But if you want to know what it really means to me, please stay with me for a few minutes. The moment I think I got it is the moment I lose it. And what does that mean exactly? Well, when I started making profits consistently, I started to think about, well, right now I'm making quite a good money from market for day in, day out, week in, week out, every month. Well, how about scaling up? How about start to think about being wealthy, starting to think about a little bit bigger dreams. But that's when our mind started to shift from the trading base to the profit base subconsciously. What do I mean? I mean, when that shift happened subconsciously and I didn't know it, it cost me money over and over and over again. But now by awareing this thing, by awareing of this shift, you actually have a much more chance to make better decisions than I was in the past. I am a very risky and very aggressive trader. Sometimes in the past, I even consider myself one of the most stupid one, because I risk too much and I lost so much as well. But you don't need to be. And how? So in the future, if you started to have that sense of consistency, when you start to pulling the money week in, week out, month in, month out from the market quite smoothly, when you have that sense of consistency, you will know. You will just know it. It's hard to explain, but once you get there, you just know it. So after you got that sense, and when your mind started to think about buying more challenge or trying different platforms, companies, trying to get more funds so you can make a lot more money. So when you started to think about it, here is the deal. You need to remind yourself about the reality. What is the reality? Now, let me give you the reality. If you are let's say a runner, then you will know that every week runners have a tendency to increase their running distance, but no more than 10% or 15%, because that's too much and your body just cannot handle that. And if you are the let's say a gymmer, the same thing applies. You cannot increase your weight so quickly because your body just cannot handle that. So it's also the same, maybe 10% increasing in your weight lifting. But in trading, we don't have that kind of measurement. We don't have that kind of limitation. We don't have a physical limitation or laws or whatever to stop ourselves from doing stupid stuff. That's the reason why there are nothing to actually stop your imagination, and that's where most people will fuck themselves up. One day profitable, 1 week profitable, 1 month profitable, and we start to think about traveling, buying a house, buying a mansion, inspire millions of people, buying a Lamborghini, blah 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 blah. Yay, so happy. And I am not telling you to do the same with trading. I am not I am not, okay? I am not telling you to scale up 10%. I am not. That is just an example about reality. So you can see how much of the freedom that trading actually gives us. There are no limitation. There's so much of freedom. That's the reason why we fail, especially when it comes to scaling up. We don't know what's up there. We just don't. And up there, every time you scale up, every time you increase your lot size, every time you increase your capital, every time you managing more money, you think that is the same, but it's not. And the worst thing is that it's not happening yet. So you actually don't have experiences. You don't have emotion. You don't know what's up there. You just know that right now you are a profit trader and you're very confident in your system. And you tell everyone that, hey, trading is not so hard. I'm making quite good living and now I'm going to do a little bit more. So see you when I get rich, something like that. And when you get up there, you know, things very different. And every time I have a sense of consistency, I start to think about scaling up. And not once, but twice and uncountable. Like I'm very aggressive one, and I'm always moving my goals like towards, and that is where the disaster comes. Like if you see, you can see like I went after quite a big account, right? That is because I trade big lot size a lot, and I got used to them, and yeah. I'm not proud of that thing. Okay, so let's just come back to the reality. So now you have a destiny of consistency. Okay, so you want to scale up. Here's what you do. You spend one day or one morning with yourself, no one else, with yourself. Grab a coffee, grab a piece of paper, something, or a note or something. Now start to think about your goal, imagine about your goal. What do you want to scale? How much do you want to scale up? And then you write down these goals and you start to ask yourself, are they reality? Are they realistic? Or we are actually fooling ourselves? Because your mind subconsciously, it wants something big. The bigger, the better. So subconsciously, we will want to, let's say I give you two choices. One is 100K and one is 200K account, and our mind will usually, I'm trading pretty good. Maybe I will take 200K. I'm pretty confident. But you're not. You're not prepared. You're just fooling yourself. So that's when things need to be double checked. You need to ask yourself that question and think about it. And if you are okay with that, now do due diligence. You need to look at your data, like how you trade, how good you are at this very moment. You need to answer that question with yourself, because it is a solo journey. If you are not, you actually understand yourself the most. It's not ICT, it's not any mentor in the world. There no one understands you well enough to give you advice about what's next. That's when you need to be honest with yourself and give yourself the piece of advice that you always seeking for. And be honest with yourself. You need that. You need that advice. So you need to give it to yourself. Okay? So what's next? You got what you want. You got, you know how much you want to get to, you know how much you want to scale up. Now, it's time for taking responsibility. because just take it. Let's say you are trading 100k now, you're thinking about 400k, and after like one day discussing with yourself, you are okay with that, then take it. Seriously, if you are responsible for your decision, that's the most important thing. Whatever you do, and if you are okay with that, doesn't matter the result, you do it, and doesn't matter the result, you suck it up and you move forward. You fail, you do it again. That's how trading works. Learning to be responsible for your choice is one of the biggest lessons of trading. So I hope that you find this video insightful, and that's one of the biggest lesson of my life. And by doing reflection in this video, it actually helped me to improve myself as a trader as well. So I see you on the next video. Please subscribe if you want to see more things like that. I'm pretty I think I'm good about like mental stuff. Yeah, something